Hello everybody, Jonathan here for JMSports on JMSports.org. Welcome to the the March 7th, 2012 edition of JM Sports Picks. How's it going? Today on the program, the NBA season rolls on and postseason NCAA conference tournaments continue as teams try to lock themselves in and get an automatic bid for the NCAA tournament. Let's kick things off in the NBA, and then we're going to go over to tournament action. So, like I said, NBA first, and we did respectable over in the NBA on Tuesday, going 4-2. We are 261 and 143 on the year, 772 and 416 lifetime. Let's take a look now at the schedule for Wednesday, and it looks like this: Boston, Philadelphia, give the Celtics beat the Sixers, Lakers and Washington give the Lakers to beat the Wizards, give me the Rockets to beat the Raptors, Jazz and Bobcats. I am going to go with the Jazz. Atlanta and Miami give the Heat to beat the Hawks, Chicago and Milwaukee, Bulls to beat the Bucks, Portland, Minnesota, Timberwolves to beat Trailblazers, Clippers and Nets. Give me the Clips, Phoenix, and Thunder. Give me the Thunder. New York and San Antonio. Give me the Spurs to beat the Knicks, but I'm shaky there. Cleveland and Denver. I am going to go with the Nuggets there. New Orleans and Sacramento. Give me the Kings and give me the Warriors to beat the Grizzlies. So, there you go. That's what things look like in the NBA. Let's take a look at college basketball now. Of course, it was the first that we picked every game just because it's tournament time. I love tournament time. I really do. Whether it's the tournaments like this to try to get your automatic bids, or the NCAA, the major tournament, March Madness. I'm excited. I love it all. 12-7 is what we did on Tuesday, 540 and 263 on the year, 847, 333 lifetime. We do have 3 teams that locked in their automatic bids. Detroit gets their 5th bid as they win the Horizon League Championship there. It is their first bid since 1999. Like I said, it's their 5th bid overall in school history. They got a 70-50 win over Valparaiso to win the Horizon Championship. Like I said, next up, congratulations to South Dakota State with a 52-50 overtime win against Western Illinois. That is their first bid, as they were able to win in the Summit League to get their win. And then last but not least, also locking themselves in with a 74-70 win over North Texas. Western Kentucky is able to win the Sun Belt Championship, and so they get the bid. It is their 22nd in school history, their first since 2009. Alright, we do have a couple championship games, so a couple more teams will lock in on Wednesday. Let's take a look at that right now. Let's kick things off, though, with the Big East. First game tomorrow is a second round Big East game, UConn and West Virginia. I am going to go with UConn. I have a hard time picking against UConn around tournament time. Jim Calhoun and Huskies always seem to turn it up a little bit. Next up, we've got East Carolina taking on Rice, and this is the first round of Conference USA's men's championship, which takes place in Memphis. I am going to go with Rice to beat East Carolina in that game there. Next up, we have Sam Houston State and Stephen F. Austin. This, I believe, is a championship game, if I remember correctly. Yes, I'm sorry, it's actually a quarterfinal for the Southland men's tournament. I am going to go with Stephen F. Austin in that game there. That game takes place, and I believe it's Katy, Texas, I believe, is how you say that. Next up, Alabama A&M takes on Texas Southern. That is a quarterfinal in the SWAC. And I'm going to go with Texas Southern in that contest there. Next up, we've got Pittsburgh and 14th ranked Georgetown. Not that rankings really matter at this point. Once again, Big East second round matchup. Pittsburgh, of course, got the win against St. John's yesterday, and I'm going to go with Georgetown though. In the game, Oregon State takes on Washington State, and that is the that's the first round matchup in the Pac-12, and I am going to go with Oregon State there. A little bit shaky, watch out for Washington State, but I am going to go with Oregon State to advance. SMU takes on Marshall, and you're going to have to just give me a second because I know these two games do not appear to be on the schedule. When I looked, Conference USA, first round men's championship, I am going to go with Marshall in that game there. Next up, we've got Northwestern State taking on Lamar, and that is a quarterfinal in the Southland, and I am going to go with Lamar in that contest. So give me the Lamar Cardinals. Next up, we have USC and UCLA. Once again, Pac-12 first round. I am going to go with USC. Hampton and Savannah State. Give me Savannah State in that game there. Hampton kind of surprised me with an advance yesterday. Of course, that is the quarterfinal in the MEAC. Once again, like I said, going with Savannah State. Seton Hall takes on Louisville. I'm going to go with Louisville. Second round Big East. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Big 12. I'm going to go with Oklahoma. First round, I believe so. First round matchup, I believe it is. Yes. First round. I'm sorry, it's the Phillips 66, Big 12. First round that takes place in Kansas City. Next up, we've got Nicholls State taking on Texas Arlington. I am going to go with Texas Arlington. That is a quarterfinal in the Southland. Next, we've got Lehigh and Bucknell, and that is a championship game. So either Lehigh or Bucknell will lock up the Patriot League and lock up a bid. And I am going to go with Lehigh there to get their championship bid, win the Patriot League and get their championship bid. Next up, we have Robert Morris and LIU Brooklyn. I am going to go with Robert Morris. I believe that is another championship game. Yes, it is. It's the Northeast Conference's final, and like I said, I am going to go with Robert Morris to beat LIU Brooklyn. Houston and UTEP, rather, I am going to call for the upset. It's not much of an upset because these two teams are so identical. First round of the Conference USA championship, I am going to go with UTEP. So it's a little upset, but not too much. Houston and UTEP, pretty identical teams, pretty identical records. Howard takes on Norfolk State. I am going to go with Norfolk State. That is a MEAC quarterfinal. I'm going to do what that is, and I'm going to go, like I said, with Norfolk State. Arizona State and Stanford, Pac-12 first round. Of course, I believe that takes place in Los Angeles. I am going to go with Stanford. Let me just double check and make sure it takes place in Los Angeles. I think it does. Yes, it does. Okay, so give me Stanford in that game there. Next up, we've got Villanova and South Florida. Give me Nova to continue to roll. Big East, second round. Jackson State takes on Mississippi Valley State. I am going to go with Mississippi Valley State. That is a SWAC quarterfinal contest. Next up, we've got Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. I am going to go with Oklahoma State. That, of course, is a first round Big 12 game. Next up, UTSA takes on McNeese State. I'm shaky with where to go here. I am going to call an audible. I called an audible yesterday with Pittsburgh-St. John's game. It didn't work out too well for me. Men's quarterfinal, Southland men's quarterfinal. I am going to go with UTSA. So, calling an audible. Yesterday's audible didn't work, so we'll see what happens with today's audible. Next up, we have Central Michigan taking on Toledo. That game is a MAC second round game. Of course, that takes place in Cleveland. I am going to go with Toledo. Next up, we've got Tulane and UAB. I am going to go with UAB. They're a little bit shaky getting with the Blazers, so that is a first round matchup in Conference USA. And last but not least, we have Utah and Colorado. Give me Colorado to get the win there. That is a Pac-12 first rounder. So once again, give me Colorado there. These are going to be longer videos when I'm picking everything, and I have to go through it every tournament is. The more I get used to what, I mean, a lot of teams, like the big-time teams like Nova, Pittsburgh, stuff like that, I know what conferences they're in. But, teams like, Central Michigan and stuff is going to take me a little bit of getting used to for that stuff. So these videos will hopefully shorten up just a little. With time, hopefully. And once again, congratulations to Western Kentucky, South Dakota State, and Detroit, as they, of course, all once again locked in bids by winning their conference postseason tournament. So congratulations to them. Tournament time continues. Should be fun. Once again, this has been the March 7th edition of JM Sports Picks. I am John Lewis of JM Sports 100 and JMSports.org. I'm out. Have a great night. Have a great day. Peace.